Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 4. We present to you about Chapter 4, which is about IT infrastructure and emerging technologies. I am Anis Fajah binti Ahmad with my group members Nur Syairah binti Zulani, Jariza binti Jaafar, Fi Yi, Samson Tong Wei Xiang, and Pang Yizhen. And we will represent to you about this chapter. Please enjoy watching this video.
First, what is IT infrastructure? IT infrastructure refers to the shared technology resources of a business that provide a platform for information system across the organization. These resources include hardware, software, network, and service which are used throughout the enterprise. It can be viewed from two perspectives. First, technology perspective. IT infrastructure is a set of physical devices and software applications required to operate the entire enterprise. Second, service perspective. IT infrastructure also include enterprise-wide service such as data management, security service, IT education, and standard management. The figure 1.1 shows that a firm's IT infrastructure provides the foundation for serving customers, working with vendors, and managing internal firm's business processes. Next is evolution of IT infrastructure. First is general purpose mainframe and mini computer era, which is 1959 to present. Second is personal computer era, which is 1981 to present. Third is client or server era, which is 1983 to present. Fourth is enterprise computing era, which is 1992 to present. The last is cloud and mobile computing era, which is 2000 to present. For general purpose mainframe and mini computer era, in 1959, IBM introduced the 1401 and 1790 transistorized mainframe, marking the beginning of widespread commercial mainframe use. In 1965, IBM launched the 360 series, which was the first commercial system to support time sharing, multitasking, and virtual memory. IBM mainframe support thousands of remote terminals using proprietary network. Also in 1965, Digital Equipment Corporation (DEC) introduced the mini computer PDP-11, later VAX, which are more affordable than IBM mainframe and enable decentralized computing. Over time, mini computers evolved into mainframe servers as part of modern network system. For personal computer era, in 1970s, personal computers had limited use. In 1981, the release of the IBM PC marked the true beginning of the PC era, widely adopted by US businesses. The Windows standard, which is Windows OS plus Intel processor, became the dominant platform for desktop PC. In 1980s until 1990s, PC boom led to widespread use of productivity software like Word and Excel. For client or server era, it is a split processing between client user device and server central system providing service. There are two types of client or server architecture, which is two-tier architecture and multi-tier architecture. The two-tier architecture is basic setup with client connected to a single server, commonly used in small businesses. For multi-tier architecture, it is more complex system used by a large organization, which is shown in Figure 5.3. The benefit of client or server era is cost-effective and scalability. For technology evolution, the early leader is Novell NetWare and current leader is Microsoft. For enterprise computing era, in early 1990s, businesses began adopting networking standards and tools to unify previously isolated networks and systems into a single enterprise-wide IT infrastructure. In post-1995, the Internet became reliable, leading firms to adopt TCP or IP as the standard to integrate networks. The infrastructure connects the different types of hardware, which is mainframes, servers, PC, mobile device, and internal and external networks, including the internet and telephone systems. Also requires integration software such as enterprise application and web service. For cloud and mobile computing era, it is a model that delivers computing resources such as storage, applications, service over a network, usually the internet. It can access anywhere, that means users can access resources on demand from any device and location with an internet connection. It also is accessible by desktop, laptops, smartphones, tablet, entertainment system, and more. Major cloud providers are Amazon, Google, IBM, Microsoft for infrastructure and platforms, and Google, Microsoft, SAP, Oracle, Salesforce.com for software as a service. For technology drivers of IT infrastructure evolution, first is Moore's law and microprocessing power. The microprocessor powers doubles approximately every 18 months while the cost is half. Second, the law of mass digital storage. The cost of storage continues to drop rapidly and enabling vast amounts of data to be stored affordably. Third is McAfee's law and network economics. The value of a network increases exponentially with the number of users. Fourth is declining communication costs and the network. Falling communication costs and internet growth drive greater use of IT, and the businesses must expand connectivity and computing power to keep up. The last is standard and network effects. The standards ensure product compatibility and network communication. They are essential for today and future enterprise and internet computing. Figure 5.4 illustrates the relationship between number and transistors on a microprocessor and million of instructions per second (MIPS), a common measure of processor power. And the figure 5.5 shows the exponential decline in the cost of transistor and rise in computing power. For instance, in 2016, you could buy an Intel IT quad-core processor chip with 2.5 billion transistors for about 1/10 millionth of a dollar per transistor. Figure 5.6 shows that the number of megabytes that can be stored on magnetic media for $1 from 1950 to the present roughly doubles every 15 months. In 2016, a 500 gigabyte hard disk drive sells at retail for about $50. Figure 5.7 illustrates the exponentially declining cost of communication both over the internet and over telephone networks, which increasingly are based on the internet.
There are 7 components of IT infrastructure. First one, computer hardware platform. Computer hardware platform use client machine such as desktop PC, laptop, and the mainframe are IBM and digital workhouse for banking and telecommunication network. Second component is operating system platform that served by Windows Server, Unix and Linux device, and the client level are Microsoft Windows, Android, iOS, Windows 10, and Google Chrome OS. Third, enterprise software application component. The largest provider are SAP and Oracle, and the middleware provider are IBM and Oracle. Next, data management and storage component. The database software provider consists of 6 providers, which is IBM, Oracle, Microsoft SQL, Sybase, MySQL, and Apache Hadoop. Physical data storage used for large-scale systems are Dell AMC and Hewlett Packard Enterprise HTC. Next component is networking or telecommunication platform such as Windows Server, Linux and Unix, while the network hardware provider are Cisco and Juniper Networks. They have telecommunication service like cable, telephone company charger for voice line, and internet access also AT&T and Verizon. Other than that, internet platform. Hardware, software, management service to support company website and intranet, web hosting service, routers, cabling or wireless equipment, and the internet hardware server market is IBM, Dell, Oracle, and HP. They use web development tools such as Microsoft Visual Studio and Net and Oracle Sun Java. The last one, consulting and system integration service. The leading consulting firms are Accenture, IBM Global Service, HP, Infosys, and Wipro Technologies. Software integration ensuring new infrastructure works with legacy system. Legacy system can order TPS script for mainframe that would be too costly to replace or to design.
Next, we are moving on to the 513, which is a computer hardware platform, and what are the current trends of computer hardware. First, let me introduce you to what is actually computer hardware. In computer system, we are divided in two components, which is hardware and also software. Hardware is a platform. It refers to the physical components of a computer system and it helps to run the software applications. For examples of computer hardware is a central processing unit, or you call it as CPU, memory such as a random access memory, or you call it as RAM, motherboard, and input or output devices such as keyboard or your mouse or your storage devices. These are the parts that works together to support your software and it allows the software to function. Next, let us take a look at the current trends for the computer hardware. Since we are evolving in the technologies, the first one is the green computing trend, which is it is focuses on related resources or computers in energy efficient and environmentally friendly ways. Okay, I give you an example such as energy efficient data centers like those used by Google's or Microsoft, which is an advanced cooling system and renewable energy to reduce carbon emissions. So the advantages of using this green computing when you apply this, the first it really reduces your electricity costs. Second, it minimizes environmental impact, and that is the important things we are achieving for. And lastly, it extends the life of the hardware. That is what we are searching for in some of computer hardware. And I can say it's about more to technology, making it more sustainable while still being powerful. Okay, next we are going for the second trend, which is high performance and power saving processor. Processor is part of the computer hardware, and we are training or developing in having high performance and power saving processor. And for examples that I can give you, examples of processor is AMD Ryzen 9 or Intel Core i9. And both of them are actually a multi-core processor, which is it allows your computer to perform multiple tasks at once, but in more efficient way. For example, I give you an example. Your smartphone or laptop might have a processor with 4 or 8 or 16 core, which is allowing you to handle the gaming, video editing, and multitasking with ease. That is the key point. These high performance and power saving processors help you to multitask more easier and maybe have less lagging in your computer and it makes it more faster. The advantages of you to have high performance and power saving processors in your computer. The first one is faster performance, as I said before. The second one is improved multitasking, and the third one is you will have better energy efficiency. For the next, we are move on to the trend three, which is quantum computing. I know it's hard for you to get what is actually quantum computing, and let me explain it in an easy way for you. Uh, the way for the computer to transfer the data. Okay, computer transferring data by using bits 0 or 1, right? Okay. However, by having quantum computers, or we call it as qubits, it can be 0 or 1 or both at the same time. Okay, it's like a coin. You can change it easily. Either you want to make it as a 0 or 1, just at the or both at the same time. You can just change it easily. That is the main point of quantum computing, which It makes your data to be transferred faster than the classical way. It's the key point of this quantum computing to extremely transfer the data faster. Okay, for examples, I give you an examples. Companies like IBM, Google, and D-Wave are developing quantum computers that can solve problems in just a second. This quantum computing is still in early stages, but it have the potential to revolutionize industries. For another trend, which is trend 4, artificial intelligence chips or AI chips. Okay, uh, chips, you know chips, right? Okay. It is actually the microchips that designed specifically to handle AI tasks. I know you are familiar with ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence websites, but in these types of trend, we are using AI as the chips to make it easier to handle the AI tasks. Why we need these chips? These are actually the chips are not actually for normal computer. It is actually for training machine learning models. It is more to more harder level, not the usual level. Okay, these chips are optimized for parallel processing also. Google's TPUs or tensor processing units are used in facial recognition, voice assistant like Siri, or in smart cars for object detection or navigation. Like I said before, it is used for more advanced technologies and is not used for normal computer hardware. For the advantage of this artificial intelligence chip is first, it is faster AI model training, energy efficiency, and also better performance in smart devices. It is developing smart devices performance actually. And nowadays we are having lots of electronic vehicles. We are developing from hybrid to fully EV, and it is actually well usage in the EV cars and smartphones actually. For the last one is the IT consumerizations. Okay, what is actually IT consumerization? Okay, this trend is actually originated from the for personal usage, and it is now tried to adopt it in the business uh, organizations. Okay, let me say that actually it is technology originally developed for personal use, but it is adopted for businesses. For examples, the apps like Slack, Zoom, Google Drive, or even using personal laptops and smartphones at work, it is called as IT consumerization. Or in another word, we are calling it as BYOD, which is bring your own device. What is the advantage of using IT consumerizations? The first one, it increases employee flexibility and productivity. Second, it helps to reduce cost of company provided devices. And the third one is encourage the use of familiar and user friendly tools. In another way that I can say is we are familiar with tablet, with our netbook, with our smartphones, for example. So rather than your company need to provide you with another computer or another devices that you are not familiar with, it's better for you to just use your own devices. That is what we call it. That is why we call it as bring your own devices. And I hope it helps you to understand what is actually computer hardware and what are we developing in the computer hardware right now.
Let's talk about open source software. Open source software is created and maintained by a global community of hundreds or thousands of developers. According to OpenSource.org, the Reader Open Source Professional Association, this kind of software is free to use, and users can modify it however they want. Not only can you customize open source software, but any work you derive from it must also remain free. You can restitution it without worrying about extra licensing fee. One of the great things about open source software is that it is not tied to any operating system or hardware. They say more or it currently run on Linux or Unix-based system. Now you might be wondering, can open source software actually compete with commercial products? The answer is yes. In fact, it be provided to be high quality and commercially available. Some of the more popular open source tools, including Linux, a operating system, the Mozilla Firefox browser, and open officer a few fantastic productivity suite. Now let it dig a little deeper into Linux. Probably the most famous open source project. Linux was created by Linus Torvalds, a programmer for Finland, and he first taught it online back in August 1991. Today, Linux is everywhere. It powers smartphone, tablet, even consumer electronics. You can get Linux for free online, or you can purchase local communicable version from companies like Red Hat, with including extra tools and support. Well, you will not find Linux on many details. It dominates in the world of software, math, and even supercomputer. T giants like IBM, HP, Intel, Dell, and Oracle all rely on Linux as a major part of their business offering. So why is Linux such a big deal of corporation? Because it offers major benefits, lower cost, greater reliability, and flexible. While it works across all kinds of hardware, from software to mainframe to color system. Next, I will talk about the software that power the web. For our Java. Java is powerful object-oriented programming language developed by some microsystems. What set Java apart is its independent for operating system and processor. Then to Java Virtual Machine (JVM). Java code can run on almost any device. My phone, my TV, car, even the music player. The JVM Enterprise Java code for the device is running on, making Java flexible and widely used. Java is the top choice for building web applications. Developers use it to create apps within mobile programs that run within web browsers like Firefox, Safari. Beyond apps, Java is used at the enterprise level for complete systems like online banking platform and banking applications, which it helps managing secure transaction and data processing. Next is HTML and HTML5. HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, is the foundation of the web. It tells processors how to structure contract, text, image, music, and link. Original HTML was meant for simple static page. As the word evolved, developers turned to plug-ins like Flash and Silverlight to support multimedia, but those require extra effort and slow performance. HTML5 is the next generation of HTML. It allows developers to embed audio, video, and animation directly into web page. No plugin is needed. It is mobile-friendly, supports outlink store, and helps web page function smoothly across devices. And do not forget tools like Ruby and Python. Ruby is known for simplicity and fit. Python of quality and is more used in cloud apps. Technology giants like Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Twitter all use those technology to power their platform. Word software are collection or loosely coupled software components that exchange data using universal word standard. These software enable different systems, regardless of their operating system or programming language, to communicate and share information. They allow companies to link systems internally or across organizations without writing custom code for each connection. The foundation of web software is SNL, Extensible Markup Language, developed by the W3C in 1196. Unlike HTML, we only decree how data appears on web page. SNL tag defines the meaning of data, such as identify whether a number is a prime, zip code, or data This allows systems to interpret and process data automatically without human involvement. SNL enables sharing data action between applications like order processing or ERP software. Word server communication though SNL message using sender word protocol. Though surveys are primarily indirectly, making it easy for applications to decode and connect with them. This eliminates the need for customized programming for each installation and all parts follow the same standard. A company built its software system using word survey. It follows a survey-oriented application (SOA). SOA is a framework of C content reusable surveys that work together to complete business tasks. Developers can mix and match those surveys to create new applications quickly. Major vendors such as IBM and Microsoft provide comprehensive platforms for building and integrating word surveys. A practical example is Dolan Read and Card. We use web survey to integrate with software airline websites. Both companies operate on different platforms. A customer booking a fare on software.com can also reserve a car for Dolan without leaving the outline site. Dolan use Microsoft Network Survey to act a translation between the two systems. Data for software is converted into word survey protocol, which Dolan system can then understand and process. In the past, companies had to build one or custom link for each partnership. Web survey now offer a standard word to connect with multiple partners. Dollar can now easily integrate with travel agency, tour operation, or mobile website without writing new software for each case. This facilitates save time, reduce development costs, and support broader business integration. In summary, WordSurvey and SOS offer a powerful entry to building credible, flexible, and interoperable systems in today's digital landscape. Many firms continue using legacy systems, but for new survey needs, they often turn to external sources. Those include communication software packet outsourcing to external whether offshore or offshore, and cloud-based software survey. Software outsourcing allows companies to contract software development or maintenance to external providers. This often involves offshore fees in lower-wage companies like India. For example, UK regulation or ACON signed a 33 million contract with India Fee NIP technology for application and infrastructure management. In offshore outsourcing, focus on simple tasks such as data entry and maintenance. However, more experienced firms are now developing new software applications using offshore work and the complexity of managing international processes are forced some business to bring work back to domestic providers. Cloud-based software service represent a shift for interning software located to access it via the internet. The surveys are hot on powerful survey and access using a standard web browser. Examples include productivity tools offered by Google and Yahoo, and enterprise survey from vendors like Chp4. We provide customer relationship management (CRM) software. In turn for purchasing software outline, business searching to those survey paying by subscription and per use. This model reduces outflow costs and simplifies audit and maintenance. To manage the external relationship, companies use service-level agreement, formal contracts that define the expectation and responsibility between service provider and customer. SLSM typically include service declaration, performance standard, support options, and provision for disaster recovery and termination conditions. Marked-out academic work applications created by combine different data sources and software components. They allow users to integrate surveys from multiple platforms into a single functional application. For example, G-Ready integrates Google Maps with Zero, providing data to show real and timely by G-code. Markouts are common in both personal and business applications, often include functionality by vending told by variant sold.
Next, I will explain about challenges of managing IT infrastructure and management solution. First is dealing with platform and infrastructure change. As a company grows, it can quickly outgrow its existing IT infrastructure. On the other hand, when a company shrinks, it may end up with too much unused infrastructure, which becomes a waste of money. Since IT infrastructure involves fixed costs like purchasing equipment and licenses, it can be hard for companies to stay flexible. That's why scalability is important. Scalability means the ability of a computer, product, or system to expand to serve a large number of users without breaking down. When companies add new apps, go through mergers, or experience changes in business volume, the system needs to handle that extra demand. Now, with more companies using mobile and cloud computing, new policies and procedures are needed. Businesses must keep track of all mobile devices used, make sure they are updated and secure, control the data and apps running on them. For cloud services, businesses need strong contracts with vendors to ensure the systems are always available, especially for critical work. These contracts must also meet the company's security standards. Finally, it is the job of management to decide how fast and reliable the systems need to be because this directly affects the company's performance. Management and governance. One common issue in many companies is deciding who should manage the IT infrastructure. Should each department handle their own IT or should everything be controlled from a central IT team? This is where IT governance comes in. IT governance helps define who makes decisions, how responsibilities are shared, and how IT supports business goals. Some key questions that companies must answer include: should departments make their own IT decisions or follow centralized control? How should the central IT team work with each business unit's IT team? And how will the cost of IT infrastructure be shared across departments? That's why every organization needs to decide what works best on its size, structure, and strategy. Next is making wise infrastructure investments. IT infrastructure is a big investment for any company. If a company spends too much, the extra resources may go unused, which hurts financial performance. But if it spends too little, the company may fall behind competitors who invested wisely. Companies must decide how much to invest and whether to buy their own systems or run them through cloud services. This is called the rent versus buy decision. Cloud computing is flexible and cost-effective, but it is not always cheaper in the long run. Security and system changes also need to be considered. Still, many companies choose cloud services because they lower IT costs, reduce the need for in-house support, allow businesses to focus on what they do best. That's why even big companies are moving most of their systems to the cloud. Total cost of ownership (TCO) model, owning IT resources isn't just about buying hardware and software. It also includes hidden costs like upgrades, support, training, and even electricity and space. This is known as the total cost of ownership or TCO. TCO can be up to 3 times the original purchase cost, so businesses must look at both direct and indirect costs when making IT decisions. For example, using mobile devices can boost productivity, but it also adds costs like support, training, and integration with existing systems. However, hardware and software purchases only make up 20% of TCO. The rest comes from administration, which can be reduced with better management. TCO also can be reduced by use of cloud services, greater centralization and standardization of hardware and software resources. Last but not least, competitive forces mode for IT infrastructure investments. When planning IT investments, firms must look at several important factors. First is market demand check. If your current services meet the needs of customers, employees, and suppliers. If they are unhappy or facing delays, it is time to improve your IT support. Second is firm's business strategy. Your company's business strategy is the long-term plan that outlines where the business is heading and how it plans to grow or compete in the next few years, usually over a 5-year period. When planning your IT infrastructure, you must check whether your current or future technology can support this business strategy. For example, if your company plans to expand globally, you might need cloud systems that support remote teams and customers in different countries. Third is IT strategy, infrastructure, and cost. Make sure your IT plans match your business goals. Do a TCO, total cost of ownership, analysis to understand all costs. Number four is information technology assessment. Information technology assessment involves evaluating whether your company is keeping up with the right level of technology. You need to avoid two extremes, which is falling behind with outdated systems or rushing into advanced technologies that are still experimental, costly, and possibly unreliable. The goal is to invest in technologies that are stable, widely used, and supported by multiple vendors so that you benefit from cost competition and better service. It is important to spend wisely on technology that aligns with your business needs, not just because it is new or popular. At the same time, you don't want to delay adopting useful innovations, especially if your competitors are using them to gain a competitive edge. A smart IT assessment helps the company stay efficient, competitive, and ready for future growth. Number five is competitor services. Compare your services with competitors. If theirs are better, you are at a disadvantage. Find areas where your service can be improved or made more efficient. And last one is competitor IT infrastructure investments. Benchmark your IT spending. You don't have to spend more than competitors, just spend smart. If your low spending is causing poor performance, it is time to adjust.
Hi, today I would like to share how studying MIS will help me in my future career, especially in the role of an entry level IT consultant at A1 Tech IT Consulting. So, A1 Tech is an IT consulting company that focuses on providing technology solutions to help business improve their operations and achieve their company goals. So from this video, I would like to share how the knowledge and skills will prepare me to succeed in this role. Okay, the first one is understanding business and IT needs. So MIS help me to understand how business work and how IT can solve real world problems. This is important for consulting because I need to analyze business need and offer suitable tech solution. The second one is system analysis and design skill. Through MIS, I will learn how to study existing system, find weaknesses, and design better solution. These skills will help me to advise my clients effectively and improve their system performance. The third one is knowledge of emerging technologies. So MIS exposed me to current and future technologies like cloud computing, AI, and IoT. These are the important for helping my clients stay competitive and choose the right tools for their business. Besides that, the skills is data-driven decision making. So MIS has trained me to use data tools like dashboards and reports to support decision making. As a consultant, I can help my clients to understand their data and make smarter business choices. Next, move to the fifth one is communication and clients interaction. So one of the most important that I have learned in MIS is how to explain complex tech ideas in simple language. This can help me to communicate clearly with my clients who may not have a technical background. Furthermore, the knowledge is aligning IT with business strategy. So MIS teach how to match IT solution with a company goals. This ensure that the technology that I have recommend support the client's business growth and the success. Additionally, process improvement skills. So with MIS, I have learned how to identify inefficiencies, process and recommend improvement using technologies. This can help business save time and money. The last one is career flexibility and growth. So MIS opened up many career paths for me, whether it is consulting, system analysis, or project management. I have the foundation to grow professionally in various directions. So, in conclusion, from understanding business needs and analyzing system to applying emerging technologies and communicating with clients. MIS prepared me to take on real-world challenge in consulting industry. So that's all from our group. Thank you for watching.